I want to thank Crystal for helping me come up with this idea to record these words. I've also had input from other people in the great community that I'm a part of. I wrote this essay. I've been thinking about it for well over a year because a lot of the things that I've faced in my life seem to draw parallels with other things that happen to other people. And I can have some empathy for those folks. But what I can't do is be them. I can only be me. And as such, I have some words. Hopefully they are wise. Here's my essay. I'm going to read it so that you don't have to read words. You can listen to them. But I originally intended this as a written piece. So here we go. Words are fucking tough. And the toughest of us know that they can hurt. Because we become this tough after our skin refuses to bruise anymore. Our shell has grown. As an effect of being shelled so hard. One thing I'd like to avoid is having my own defenses blind me from the weapons used on others. And also acknowledge that in this world of internet, international customs and cultural practices have an effect on the opinions of others, as do many other regional differences. And so while some of these things can be amusing trivia, others can cut hard and deep. Some of us are tired of living in our shell, of being blamed for taking away the harmless fun of bullies who also have every right to live on Earth, just like dung beetles, or anything else that lives solely on excrement. I'm a very large man, and some of the polite people call me Big Al, big guy, or who knows what's next. And the fact is I live with obesity. It is a complex disease. Yes, it's a disease, and it is not about BMI. I've been compared to the eclipse, because I block out so much of the sun. There are a bunch of words I don't like. Fat is one of them. I'm not fat. I have fat. So do all of you, unless you're dead. But my metabolism makes excess adipose tissue, and every time I fight that, it fights me back, harder, faster, and seemingly with additional disease. I don't like chubby, chunky, fatso, lard-ass, portly, plump, fat-ass, lazy-ass couch potato. It's Chesterfield potato, because I'm Canadian. Paunchy, beer-bellied, pig, cow, hippo, big-boned, morbidly obese, excess body habitus, blubbery, pot-bellied, whale, zeppelin. I can go on. I won't. Intent is important. Certainly. Did you know some people use these words with the intent to help? Because people who've lived with obesity mainly are held back by their ignorance of their own situation. We are perceived as idiots relative to the greater population, yet our disease crosses all intellectual boundaries. We are generally the most educated about what kinds of diet and exercise work best for fat loss, for muscle gain, what hormones do to the body, how fat storage is stimulated, how mental health and addiction play huge roles in our excess adiposity. Trauma is something we've all experienced, because we've all been blamed for our own disease by bullies, well-meaning friends and family, and a whole gradient in between. People who don't know, really care, but don't want us making the world so fat and ugly, please. And you know what? I've thought hard about trying to clean up the background to your perfect life. Yes, that means what you think it does. So I have empathy. And I've also had to learn that some people who live with the same disease prefer other terms and embrace them even. I can get behind that. Not for me, but for them. Slurs are hateful. They're meant to demean and disrespect, disempower a whole group at one time. with just a simple word. And some will choose to take those words back. I fucking respect that. I think it can be valid. Being part of a community is powerful. Part of a big fat community myself. So I fucking get that. And the opposite view is also valid. The thing is, someone said to me something that I've always said is offensive. I want to stop saying something offensive. I've changed many of my speech patterns over my life, mostly as a result of realizing the people I meet, know, and respect are often the basis for the language some use to offend, to label, to other. I don't know who benefits from being subhuman, but I'm guessing it's a pretty low shit eater in the grand scheme of things, making other people feel shitty. And when it comes to leaders, the good ones lead, the shit ones posture. And posturing usually starts with hurling insults at people, just like I do towards bullies and other shit eaters, grinning from their ill-deserved victory. You want to be the king of shit mountain? Take the crown. My thanks to Sergio Simpson. Great words. The thing is, when you're as big as I am, people won't throw fists. They've seen metal bend in my presence. They can only hurl words, and while steel may crack or bend when you put it in my hands, just like words, I'll serve them up masterfully, because inside this big fat blue-collared man is a fucking wordsmith. And if the punch from my massive fist attached to this massive fat guy can't change your ways, perhaps my pen can give you sway. Words can hurt, no matter the intent. Listen when you're told, please stop. You're not losing the right to express yourself freely. You're gaining perspective on additional feelings. Being told that you're nothing and don't deserve to be here isn't fun for me or you. Why would it be nice for someone else? Yet here lies the paradox. I sit here having been bullied my whole life and taking that stress and strife and making me a bully of bullies. Except I think they can change. Being an asshole is a choice. Being one of a huge variety of humans is not. When all the assholes are gone, we can wipe something else off the planet. Until then, your language doesn't have to be fucking clean. It needs to be fucking kind. Al Trucker, signing off.